Blessings and peace to you on a Tuesday. As the wind is blustery and the camera's moving around, and you can probably hear wind noises even with a foam-colored microphone, I invite you to just hear a word of connection in the middle of the week. I've been attempting to do these weekly videos on a Tuesday or a Wednesday just to do a midweek check-in, pop-in, and well, sometimes they have gone out to Thursday or Friday. And I'm offering this video at the end of my official office hours. You may have seen a few weeks ago that I've been attempting to be more intentional about being in one spot once a week, such that I can be more available. And today from 2 to 6 I was actually late, but I did eventually make it to hold office hours. And first I want to give an apology, a shout out to Terry who came back from a bike ride and popped in. And after just a very brief visit, I said, okay, I'm going to go video. And then she felt the need to bolt, and I apologize for making you feel possibly that you needed to bolt. You are welcome. She let me know that I don't have a chair in my office, so it's hard to be welcoming when I don't have a chair in my office. So I will be attempting to amend that, to fix that. I was a little late today because I gave blood. And I just folded up my name tag that said I'm a Power Red donor today, and that I offered the gift of life. And I wonder where you are offering the gift of life. Maybe it has to do with being a blood donor on a regular basis. I know in the last year many of our volunteer opportunities have stopped due to COVID, and as they begin to open back up, I invite you to consider the gifts that you have beyond your home, beyond this church, and how we can be a visible presence here in the high country, or wherever you are, in Florida, or wherever you find yourself, Tennessee. For when we give of ourselves, I believe that we're making an impact in the world. A piece of our mission statement is that we are here to offer a positive impact to the world. And knowing that that's not just something to do with High Country UCC, but it truly is a piece of our spiritual call. So I invite you to consider that, specifically in this season, where each Sunday we're asking the question, what is at the heart of the matter for you? And for me, I've been attempting to focus on the kingdom of heaven is here. And so I believe that Jesus was teaching ongoing that we are to see, to hold open, to invite in, to help make happen the kingdom of the kingdom of heaven here on earth right now. And I think we all have an agency and a power to do that in small ways, in medium ways, in large ways. And only you know what your spirit and your heart is calling you to do. And truly hear this. Sometimes we're called to rest. We're called to pray. We're called to be still. We're called to exhale. I'm standing here literally 30 minutes after the verdict of the Derek Chauvin trial was announced. And I have 3 people that I was in direct contact with as we were watching for that verdict to come out. And with all 3 of them, I said, I'm exhaling with you. As we've held the angst, the anxiety, the trepidation of this trial, of attempting to understand what it means when we truly do say Black Lives Matter, what it means when we talk about white privilege, what it means when we talk about systemic racism, structural racism. How do we as white-skinned people show up for those brothers and sisters of us who have more melatonin in their skin? They are human just like me. I'm told to love my neighbor as self. And so when they are attacked, when they are killed, I too am attacked and killed. And may I recognize that and stand in solidarity with them. And so finally, possibly, we might say God is still speaking. In the verdict that came out today, I think many of us are exhaling. Maybe a step is happening, possibly, on a journey to truly understanding the kingdom of heaven here on earth. So I'm just going to breathe for a moment and allow us all just to breathe and to exhale. On Sunday morning, 2 days ago, as I sat with the 8 or 9 of us that were together looking at Resmaa Menakem's book, My Grandmother's Hands, the very first practice that Resmaa offers to us, or that encourages us to do, is about sitting still, is about exhaling, is about noticing where the hope is literally within our physiological selves, noticing exactly where the anxiety is, the pain is, and literally just holding that. And then at some point literally exhaling that and just allowing that tension and that grief to pass, allowing that hope to emanate from you out into the world. And we know that this is just one trial, it's one step, and we will take many more. We will continue to take step by step by step on the journey. And as we move as a nation, as a humanity, further into spring, further into a season where we watch things grow, blossom, bloom, put on new limbs, new life, I invite us to understand the gratitude in this moment, not ignoring the grief, not ignoring or glazing over the lament, but holding that at the same time that we understand gratitude. On Tuesday nights, Terry is adeptly leading us in conversation around Diana Butler Bass's book, Grateful. When we understand that being grateful, understanding a sense of gratitude, it isn't just like cherry pie. It's not syrupy. It's a depth of understanding that in the midst of pain and in the midst of grief, we're not alone. That somewhere, somehow, we can find some hope. That there is an offering of community to us within our own pain and grief. So if you've not popped into one of those, know that you are always welcome. On every other Tuesday night, it will be not tonight, but next Tuesday will be the next Grateful night. And then each Sunday from here on out, we're going to be working our way through Resmaa Menakem's book and doing some of the practices there for us to heal as a humanity, as a nation. Really, I think we're all called to do our work. And maybe that's for you, showing up to give a pint or 2 pints of blood. Maybe that's to actually sign up with American Red Cross and help after fires ravage someone's house. Maybe that's Health and Hunger Coalition. Maybe that's Spirit Ride, therapeutic writing. Maybe that's to write letters and cards. When we offer ourselves in silence and meditation to the greater good, I truly believe that in some way beyond our understanding that we are bringing about the kingdom of heaven here, now, to our living days. With that said, I offer this blessing to you as you can continue to go into your week. God of grace and mercy, God, you are our healer, our comforter, our offerer of joy and delight. May we hold all of it as much as possible, celebrating our diversity within our own humanity, within our sacredness. May we know when to celebrate and clap our hands and jump for joy and dance. And may we know when to move our feet in more of a dirge and a lament. May we know how to wail and to groan with all of creation. And as you offer us new life and trees budding and flowers blooming and new growth on azalea bushes, may we take that example that we are always in a season, a cycle of life. May we live fully into that season, whatever it is. And as we each go into this week, gracious Creator of us all, May we understand that we truly are co-creators with you, with the divine, and may we accept that call. Amen and amen. See you next week.